Welcome to another video from DIY Daily. Just got 2012 Audi A1 in today. Just going to run you through a full step-by-step guide, just showing you how to replace the ignition switch. Now if you need one of these switches, I'll put a link to the part number and where you can get one from in the description below. Now this one's a genuine one. Now the issue we've got with this one, the reason we're replacing it, is quite a common issue in a lot of the Volkswagen Group vehicles. It's an intermittent non-start. Basically it's completely random. Sometimes you'll go to start it, you turn in the key, there's plenty of battery power, but it's just not doing anything. You can leave it, you can come back to it, and then it'll just fire up. Now we have plugged it in and done a full code scan with a top-down diagnostic machine. Now it's not always got faults in it. Once they've cleared, sometimes they'll go out for a little while. But if you have got some fault codes, these are the ones that it might actually give you. You can just see in the steering column ECU there, we have got a couple of codes relating to the switch there as well. Short circuit to ground, open circuit, and turn signal switch there as well. So these could actually be relating to the issue as well. So, but yeah, it's quite a common issue, common across the range on some of the other different models as well. But I'll just run you through everything a step at a time. It's quite straightforward to replace. Now you can, if you want, just to be 100% safe, just disconnect the battery as well. If you just come underneath, the first thing we're going to do is take the cowling off, and just up in there we've got a torque screw. You're going to want a T25 Torx to get that undone. Got to get this cowling off there as well. We'll just get these off to start with, and I'll run you through everything a step at a time, what we've had to do anyway. Right, so the first thing we've done is just get this trimmed down. It does actually just clip in on a load of poppers. The EOBD port just runs through it, so I'm just going to hang that down for a minute. Now you can just see I've just started popping this apart with the torque screw undone there. It just clips into place. We should just be able to work this apart, pull the top piece off, and then just work the bottom piece just over the lock bit there. So the top piece is all loose now, and with that loose, just before you work it over there, now that you can turn the steering in the lock, if you just put your key back in, you can just see we've got a torque screw there and the same torque screw on that side as well. So just get both of them undone. Right, so now that we've got all that out of the way, we can see the ignition switch really clearly just on the back here. The only thing I've done is just pull this lever down, just so I can pull it down slightly a bit more, just to give a bit more access, that's all. But you can see the wire off it just comes to this connector block there. But there's another wire that just links off the back of it. Just show you on the new one, just there to this little connector block there. Now this, on this model, is not actually connected to anything. But I'll just show you, if you come around the other side, just above the lock barrel there, that little plug there is the one that is that one there. So just use a little flat bladed screwdriver. You'd normally get in at the back and just pop that out of its locator and just feed it back through, and obviously feed the new one back through and clip it back in. But just to get this out, it's a little bit fiddly. It's not too bad to do though. But if I just show you on the new one, basically if you look at it sort of in that position there, exactly the same. You can just see we've got one clip there and another clip just on that side there, and all you need to do just on that little, there's just a tiny little tab on it. If you can just slip your flat bladed screwdriver down there, rest it into that bit and just pry it inwards. They are quite tight, but sometimes you can just do it one and just work out one side at a time. Sometimes you might need two screwdrivers just to sort of get them stuck in it, and then you can just jiggle it out slowly. We'll just show you the screwdriver that we've got, and then we'll crack on and get it whipped out. Just so you've got one of these nice little tiny snap-on flat bladed screwdrivers, but any flat bladed screwdriver the same size will do the job. We'll just crack on now, just get this one out and get it all swapped over. And you can see once we've got that undone, your connector block, just to get it out, all you need to do is just lightly just pry that tab back there, You should be able to just pop that one out there, so it's really straightforward. Right, so that's got it out. Didn't go exactly as planned. It's a little bit awkward to get out. And I've had these out before. Sometimes they're a bit worse than others. But you can just see it's actually just broke the tabs off on both sides just to get it out, that's all. But it's just a little bit fiddly. Just see there's just a little guide just down there. That's what you're looking to slot your screwdriver down. It's like that on both sides. And just get into that little tab. But ended up just breaking the little tabs off just to get it out, that's all. But hasn't damaged anything else, so we'll just clip the new one into place now. We'll just clip it all into place, get it connected up, and just run through clearing the codes and just checking it's definitely fixed the fault. Now, just before fitting it as well, didn't say, but there is a little slot. You just need to make sure there's a little slot just in the centre of there, and obviously you do need to just line that up. Just make sure, just with your key, that you've got it in the right position, just to slot into that little groove there as well. So we're just going to do that now, get it all refitted. Right, so that's all clipped in now. I've got the connector all connected back up at that end and just located it through. Although it's not connected up, it's always nice to fit it back exactly as it should go from factory, so it's just clipped back into place there. And at this stage, because there's nothing else disconnected, you can also just try your ignition, just make sure it's all working as well. We're just going to speed through now, just get it all put back together quick, then we'll get the diagnostic machine hooked up to it and just check that I can clear them fault codes out. Right, so everything's back together now. We've just cleared all the fault codes out of it. Every fault code's cleared. Now, sometimes these do show up like a terminal 15 fault as well. I've seen that on the snap-on scanner with this issue. But if we just strike it up now it is striking up obviously spot on, but it is quite an intermittent fault. So really going to have to test it over the next few days. But this issue is really common with them ignition switches. But yeah, just quite a simple piece of kit, and I'll put a link to one in the description below if you want to check it out. But I just thought I'd put this video together. If anyone had the issue with an intermittent non-start, it's worth checking that, and if you're just wondering about how to do it as well. But yeah, hope the video helped. If it did, give it a quick thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.